Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Great Western Shootout here on the campus of Abington Avon High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Grant Hicks is on the camera, and Mr. Reed Kelso is on the headset, the AD and the brain trust behind the Great Western Shootout. Reed, game one's in the books. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, well, let's hope. It's been a long morning already, but yeah, I mean, game one's done, and hopefully Farmington Wethersfield's a good game here.
Yeah, a little lopsided in the first one, but you'll have that occasionally.
Yeah, you'll have that. I think they're both going to improve significantly until the end of the year.
Monroe's a senior-heavy team, and Ridgewood a underclassmen-heavy team.
Yes.
And you've been in situations or seen situations where that makes that's a difficult problem to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah, seniors are important. I mean, that's why you want to have a couple every year, and when you don't have them, it's hard. I mean, seniors kind of provide the leadership and kind of get all you guys going, just not in the games, but in practice and all that stuff.
So the starting lineup's getting ready to be announced here for the Farmington-Wethersfield game. Gage Rankin, one of the starters. If you watch TSSR Game Time live, you would have seen the Bombers of Macomb High School beat Farmington a week or so ago. Logan Morse. Caden Runyon's a good ball player. Keontre Barnes will be one of their go-to guys. JT Jeter shut him down, though.
Yeah, that was a good matchup.
Sam Gronwald at number 32, the other starter for the Farmington Farmers. The Flying Geese of Wethersfield High School, the next team. Dylan Horry.
Good football player.
Zeb Rashid.
Another good football player.
Landon Sauer. Does that translate to good basketball player?
They're athletic. I mean, that Rashid's their running back and the Horry's their quarterback, and they're both all conference. They're good.
Arthur Pratt and Colin Hornback, the five starters.
Another good player. Well, you also like to have the football and the kids because they're competitive. You know what I mean? Usually you're a competitive kid if you start football, basketball, baseball. You like to compete.
Yeah, that's more and more college coaches now talk about that, right? They don't want sport-specific kids. They want kids that play 2, 3, 4 sports and are out there competing in a bunch of different things.
Well, yeah, I think if you look at all the NFL quarterbacks, they all played like 3 or 4 sports. Like Patrick Mahomes was going to go for baseball, right? Somebody found he could be an athlete, and they turned him into a spread quarterback, and the rest is history.
Speaking of athletes, Sauer wins the tip there, and I don't think anybody in the gym expected that to happen. And a turnaround jumper right off the bat. I had my head down. I think it was number 12. It was number 12, Arthur Pratt, with the bucket for Wethersfield. He's got the first 2. Barnes is going to try to answer with a 3, and he does.
Good shot.
Keontre Barnes gets the bucket. And a traveling violation is called. Possession to the Farmers. Try to keep track of everything as we go here. So what's the biggest challenge of this day with 16 different teams coming in all on the same day? Barnes with an alley-oop.
Hello.
What a throw from Rinkin. Holy cannoli.
Well, Rinkin is their quarterback. He's an all-conference quarterback. So he's all-state quarterback, actually, so that's a pretty good pass.
That was a perfect throw, and Barnes gets the dunk on the alley-oop. That was from the three-point line out. There's an answering of a 3 on the other end. Said, oh, well, you can throw it down from deep. We'll throw it down from – or you can throw it down from close. We'll throw it down from deep as Colin Hornback gets the 3.
Yeah, I know Wethersfield beat Orion last night, so they're coming off a good win last night for them.
That's Caden Runyon with a 3. This game is not starting the way the last game started.
No, I think the last game was like 4-6, like 4 minutes through.
Yeah, this might sound crazy, but that halftime warm-up when the other two teams at the first game went in and these two teams came out and warmed up, that probably had to kind of get them going.
Yeah, I don't doubt these guys did a warm-up or shoot-around today, you know what I mean, playing so early. So, yeah, absolutely. The first teams
And
let
a
them.
steal back the other way they go, and a little hesitation layup for Morse.
Trying to draw the contact. They all do that nowadays. Little errant pass there.
As we're struggling a little bit here, is put the 3 on the wrong side there a few seconds ago. There we go. Now we're right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a long day for all the workers involved. Getting all the teams to the right locations, you know what I mean? Make sure they're all
cutting
on time.
Without the basketball. As a great cut for Caden Runyon as Sam Grunwald found him cutting to the basket. He's got 5, does Runyon. Barnes has got 5. And a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout called by Kewanee Wethersfield. It's the first timeout. But anyway, it takes a lot of volunteers and a whole lot of effort to bring 16 teams in and out of a school on a day when only 2 of them are yours, right?
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. The ADs I work with are great. It's always interesting to find what teams you're going to bring down and who's going to be out and who's going to be in. But I think next year we've got it exciting. We've added some new teams and we're looking forward to it. But yeah, the volunteers are huge.
And trouble on the inbound, and that's one of the times where you take your eyes off the ball. Landon Sauer loses the ball out of bounds. You say he's the quarterback or the running back? Sauer, number 11?
No, Sauer was. Ori is the quarterback, and Rashid is the running back.
Gotcha, okay.
I would assume they all played. Those are the ones that stood out to me.
Long 3 is airballed to the right by Caden Runyon, but somehow
Barnes
the Farmingtons come back in with it, and there's the 3 on the way. I can throw the alley-oop, and I can nail the 3 as well. Gage Rankin gets the tray.
Farmington's hot.
And another turnover. Rankin comes up with it on a bad pass.
Well, if Farmington's playing for a seed at the Holiday Tournament or a 4, you know what I mean? They could be in a running for a 4 or 5 seed at the Macomb Holiday Tournament.
Yeah, that's going to be done tomorrow night. I know that I talked to Jerry Kramer. He's going to be on the show Wednesday night, and he talked about they weren't going to make any rash decisions until after this shootout because they wanted to see how some teams did here.
That's kind of what I said. I have all your I think I have all your top seeds here except maybe Eureka. So, yeah, it's nice that they waited. Like I told them, we already have it scheduled, so we just need to know the time, and our bus will be ready to go. So, yeah, I'm glad they wait until a week before. It gives a really good seed, and it's going to be hard to seed that tournament. I mean, there's Farmington could not end up being a seed. Them and West Hancock both 9-2 or 8-2.
And there's a long 3 by Morris. Off, no good. And a foul is going to be called. Gronwald, maybe it is on Gronwald. That'll be his first, team's first. First foul of the half, as a matter of fact, 4:18 to go. That should be an exciting but that's always a great tournament, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, year after year after year, you get that many teams, and a lot of them are good. And nice little hesitation, and the bucket for Arthur Pratt.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quality tournament. It's cool to play at Western, right? Get everybody there. Your fans are there. It's great for Macomb kids to come out. Being from Macomb, I can remember as a kid going out there and watching just all day, just being dropped off and getting to go to all the games.
Russell Poore checking in for the Farmers as they threw the ball away there. They lead 15-7. Pratt trapped, and then that's going to go off. Oh, that was a great hustle play by Runyon, who tried to save it in to Poore, and Poore had it knocked away by Reed out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Farmers. Bring it up the floor just into the game is number 11, Zach Taylor for Farmington. Yeah, this as Barnes going to go to the hoop now. He's blocked, gets his own rebound, and then he's going to be fouled on the floor. I think the foul is going to be on number 22, Colin Hornbach. It is his first, team's first. So a tournament like this or a shootout like this, a day's worth of games. Oh, Barnes, a little fake give, tried to dunk, couldn't get up high enough, actually, and it's stripped away. Hornbach goes to the rack. His shot's off, no good. Rebound by the Flying Geese. The shot by Rashid is off, no good. Well, there's a little push. That's a little football move right there. 2 shots coming. Foul is on Zeb Rashid. Is it Rashid or Rashid?
I think it's Rashid. I'm not sure.
Second team foul, first on him. 2 free throws coming for Morse. Number 22, he's got 2 points already. First one's short off the front of the rim. Subs of a multitude coming in for the Flying Geese. Number 4, Caston Rash into the game. And number 10, Andrew Torres. Second one is good for Morse. He's got 3 points on tonight, or on the day, or morning, or what? I don't
It's
even
morning
know.
still, I think.
I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? 10:30. Is it really only 10:30?
10:30. We're ahead of schedule.
Don't say that.
I know. I should have jinxed myself.
You just jinxed us. Morse with the rebound on the miss.
Remember last year we had to do mass breaks, and that added on a bunch of time to each game. Was it a minute and a half each quarter?
Yeah, it was crazy. Although I didn't mind those, to be honest with you. Caden Runyon with the bucket. Can we have mass breaks now?
I don't know if we could.
Media timeouts.
Maybe we could do that.
That might have been a travel.
And he hit it too.
Caston Rash gets called for the travel. 2:33 to go here in quarter number 1. We entered this game with 28 quarters of basketball left ahead of us.
Wow. Right? Maybe next year we'll do 9 games.
Let's do it. Why not? Start at 8 and the last one start at 10.
Right. Well, you see some of these tournaments don't start their games till 9:30, 9 o'clock. That seems pretty late to me.
Yeah, if you're going to play 8 games, it's pretty late. But, the Western Holiday Tournament, the championship game starts at, 9 or 9:30?
Yeah, I wish they would move that a little earlier in the night. You know what I mean? I wish they could figure out to get that.
Ooh, Raston.
It'd be nice to have that over and everything done so you get on the Channel 10 News that night. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was always my thought with that.
Caston Rash is going to get the shot. The foul is going to be on number 12, Russell Poore, for the Farmers. His first, team second. 2 free throws for Rash. First one's good.
I mean, I can remember getting home from those holiday tournaments at 11:30 after championship games, and
Yeah.
I lived right around the corner.
I remember my freshman year, my dad took me to see BPC play in the championship game, and it was late. He hit them both.
Oh, yeah.
That seemed like a crazy time to go watch a basketball game back in the day, but that's back when the upper decks had to be pulled out and the place was packed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not quite
I can
as
remember going
much
to
like
super
that
sectional
anymore.
games there.
Yeah. Yeah, when the super sectionals were there, it was always packed. Q lot was as full as it ever was. And
especially if it was a local team playing there, it was going to be.
What's your favorite super sectional game at Western? You remember? I can tell you what my favorite one was.
We beat Pleasant Plains one year. That was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good
My
question.
favorite one was when Heisler and Warsaw
Jason Edwin?
never led during regulation. They tied it at the last second. There's a basket down low. That's number 33 for the Farmers. Wisenhand.
Now, my mom was from Pittsfield, so I went to a lot of their championship games there in the mid-'90s. So I can remember some of those, the Jamie Reel and all that.
Yeah, it was. There was some good basketball played. Wisenhand's going to try to put up another one. That one's off no good. A rebound down low by Sauer, and he pushes it back the other way. Barnes picks him up. Goes to Rash. As Reed has to take off. Duty's call. And a shot blocked as it was Pratt going to the hoop. Now back the other way. Its shot is blocked by Sauer, I do believe. He had a little bit of a height advantage over Zach Taylor, who was going to the rack. Once again, you're watching Farmington and Wethersfield here on TSSR Game Time Live. Game number 2 of the Great Western Shootout here at Abington Avon High School. Like and share this if you would, please. Let folks know where you're watching the game from. All 8 of the games. We've got one game down. Game number 2 on the court right now. We're just about to the end of quarter number 1. The Farmers, who were trying to kill time, Barnes is going to get called for goaltending. as he was a little lackadaisical and got the pass or got the dribble stolen away, and that was a great offensive play by Zeb Rashid. And they'll try to get the last shot again here. It's 20-11. Farmington with the lead over Wethersfield. The Flying Geese. Taylor with it on the dribble. Nearly lost it again. He's going to give it to Runyon, and then picking up the foul for Wethersfield is going to be Enrique Escarino, his first, team's third. Checking in is going to be Morse and Rankin. As they want to get a shot here in the final last 5.5 seconds. Rankin with it, gives it to Morse. Morse loses it. Step back, long three is short, and that's how it's going to end the quarter number one. Farmers lead 20-11. We'll be back from Abington Avon High School in just about 30 seconds or so.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School as we get ready to go with quarter number two. 27 quarters remaining. I think that's going to be my thing today. I'm just going to count down how many quarters of basketball we have left. 27 quarters remaining at this point. That probably sounds really good until I realize that I'm not counting correctly or something. But 20 points in the first quarter for the Farmers as they open up a nice lead, a 9-point lead. Was 11, but they kind of got lackadaisical with the basketball, did Barnes. And Rashid got a steal. In the game is Rylan Barton, number 5. Backdoor cut to Barnes, and Barnes, cutting without the basketball, gets the bucket. He's got 7. Live chat's open. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from or who you're cheering for. We'd greatly appreciate that. We love to see that. We'd like to, if you have any questions about what's going on in the game, we can, and a travel is going to be called on Caston Rash. We love to conversate with the folks in the chat, so hop in there. Let us know, like I said, where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. If you're one of those super chat people or like to do that kind of stuff, if you're a YouTuber, we are available for that. If you want to show some appreciation for broadcasting the games, we'd appreciate that, but you don't have to. And a foul is going to be called for Zeb Rashid. That'll be his second, team's 4th. Bunch of subs coming in for the Flying Geese. Dylan Horry back out there. He hasn't been in for quite a while. There's a shot off, no good. Rebound to Pratt, who throws it away out of bounds. It'll go right back to the Farmers. Isaac Melton was out there for the Flying Geese. Barnes now down low, kicks it out. Morse for 3 left wing. It's good. He's got 6. Sauer down to Pratt. Pratt's got another bucket. He's got 6. Morse brings it across. He comes to Barnes near side. Up top, it went from Barton to Runyon. Over to Morris. Barton with it. Up to Barnes. To Rankin. Rankin's going to try and drive. He kicks it out to Morris for 3 left wing. It's good. Timeout called by the Flying Geese. A full timeout. They've got 2 fulls and a 30 left. We'll take a break and be back in just a few seconds on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Game number 2 of the Great Western Shootout, second of 8 games. Maddie Votter, thanks for joining us in the live chat. Lakin and Reese want to say, go Uncle Caden, number 14. We appreciate you joining us. Hopefully Lakin and Reese are enjoying the game. Somehow I'm guessing they're probably youngsters, young youngsters maybe. And the inbounds pass is barely going to be saved on the far side over there. 3 on, nope, it's a 2. It bounces around, falls off. Shots blocked from behind by Rankin. He's going to get called for the foul, though. It'll be his first, team's third. 2 free throws coming for the Flying Geese. Number 5, Caleb McGill. Caleb McGill shooting 2 here. First one's off the side of the rim, no good. Once again, if you'd be so kind, like and share this, share the stream to all your Wethersfield and Farmington friends. We'd appreciate it. And that's an air ball, but they're going to get another one because Gronwald stepped in the lane too early. I thought I saw him move pretty early. I didn't know if he actually moved his feet or not, but he did. So second one is good, and McGill makes him pay. McGill's got 1 point now. Three on the way by Runyon, off no good. Barnes got the rebound, out to Rankin. Rankin's going to pump fake, pulls up, 10-foot jumper, good. Maybe a 12-foot jumper. He's got 5. 16-point game. There's a nice pass, and Rankin, I think, is going to get called for a foul again from behind, and again it's on McGill. That's going to be his second foul, and neither one of those looked very much like a foul, in all honesty. And checking in, number 40. I don't have 40 on my roster for Farmington. McGill's first free throw's off, no good. If you know who number 40 is coming in the game right there, let me know, because I do not have 40 on my roster, as I said. I'm sure it's an underclassman, but I don't know who it is. It's the only problem with these tournaments like this. Second one's off, no good as well. Gronwald tips it to Barnes. We don't have time really between games to go down and check the books, so we have to go with what's in the program essentially. If they add an underclassman or somebody new to the roster since the book was printed, it's hard for us to keep up. So if somebody knows who 40 is on the Farmers, we'd take it. Morse for 3. It's good. That's 3 threes in a row for Morse. He's got 12 points, and it's a 21 or 19-point lead. Pratt puts up the shot. It's hard off the glass, no good. Barnes with the rebound. 4:45 remaining. Barnes going to drive, kick it out. Number 40 for 3. It's off, no good. Gronwald Foul's on the floor. They're going to call the foul on Gronwald, his second, team's fifth. Full court press by the Farmers now. With it is Sauer. He's double teamed on the sideline. Into Pratt it goes. Out for Sauer, three, right wing. It's off, no good. Rebound to Gronwald. That's a good look by Hornback there. Now a pass is tipped away, out of bounds. Possession is going to stay with Farmington. Checking into the game for the Flying Geese, number 14, Austin Jacobs. Wisenen's checking in for the Farmers, as is number 11, Zach Taylor. Gronwald and Morse take a seat. Runyon gets it into Taylor. Taylor goes back right wing to Runyon. Runyon's going to drive. Pick and roll, try from Barnes. It's stripped away. A pass thrown behind Torres, but the three is going to get lofted anyway. Wisnan with the rebound, and it'll go back the other way. And a little carried it on the hip. Double dribble call. Possession back to Wethersfield. Checking in for Wethersfield is going to be Caston Rash. He'll replace Dylan Horry. 3:54, as you can see up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. We do have the scoreboard photo up there today. Try to get our new system working. We have not been able to do. There's a three on the way by Hornback, and it's good. He's got two of those. Give him 6 points. It's a 16-point game. We are working on a new scoring program so we can have our scoreboard with names and everything else on it, but we have ran into a couple snags with that as we've been trying to get it to work, so haven't got it quite set yet, so we went this route today. Oh, Barnes gets it in, a little spin move in a bucket. He's got 9. Sauer drives, shots up, off, no good. Barnes with the rebound. 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Runyon with it. Has it tied up. Possession's going to go to Wethersfield. Checking in for Wethersfield is going to be number 20, Isaac Melton. In for the Farmers, number 5 is Rylan Barton. Also getting ready to check in for the Farmers, number 12 is Russell Poor. Once again, if you'd be so kind, like and share this stream. And throwing it over the head of Rash was Sauer. As I said, please, if you could, like and share. There's Poor going to the rack. He can't get the shot to fall. Rebound by Wisnand. He's blocked by Sauer. Barnes comes down with it. His jumper's good. He's got 11. 20-point lead, largest of the game now for the Farmers. Sauer has it swiped away, gathers it back up. He's trapped in the corner. He gets it down low to, that's number 20, Isaac Melton with the bucket, I do believe. That is. He gets his first 2. 3 on the way by Poor. It's off right. Taylor got the rebound. Out to Barnes it comes from Barton. Barnes is going to drive, pull up. He's going to get called for the charge. That's a good call. Pushed off to do the fadeaway. It's foul number 6 on the Farmers. That was a good call. He put the forearm out there and pushed off to clear some space for the fadeaway. Dylan Horry gets stopped on the backside of half court. He gets to the cross. Now Melton again. That time it's blocked. And Wisenand's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team 7th. 2 shots coming for number 20, Isaac Melton. Melton has 2 points. First one was off, no good. Trying a second one here. It rattles up and down. A free throw good. He's got 3. Timeout charge to Farmington. It's a 30-second timeout, their first timeout of the half. We'll take a quick break. Farmers lead 37-20 here from the Great Western Shootout.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School. The Farmers lead the Flying Geese 37-20. That's Farmington and Wethersfield. See Farmington on the screen right there. They took a 30-second timeout as we're getting ready to go. It's a long 30-second. There's the horn finally. Considering I talked for a few seconds, then did the 15-second commercial, then talked some more before the 15-second horn. 1:36 to go here in the first half. Farmington led by 20 just a few moments ago, 37-17. Taylor, the up and under move, gets the bucket to fall. High pass, Pratt able to come down with it. Rash with it. Rashid. That's going to be Torres with it now. Backs it out to half-court stripe. 1 minute remaining. He's going to go to the rack. Puts the shot up off, no good. Gets his own rebound, stripped it away. Now it's on the floor. Taylor is fighting for it. All kinds of people down there for it. And it's going to be finally brought out. And it comes near side as Sauer now is going to drive and traveled a little bit. Yeah, he did. Traveled before the travel that they finally called, in all honesty, I think. So, 40 seconds remain here in the first half. Taylor going to try and drive again. Dumps it out. Barton now. Looks up top. That was Jace Crawford who's in the game. Driving is Taylor. His fadeaway is good. He's got 4 now. And it's a 21-point lead, largest lead of the game. Rash out to Torres. To Pratt. A nice give and go. Torres gets the layup. He's got 2. 3 on the way. Front of the rim, just short for Taylor, and that's how the half ends. The Farmers lead 41-22. 11 points a quarter for the Flying Geese. Problem is they're giving up 21 and 20 in the first 2 quarters, respectively, to the Farmers. The Farmers offense is in fuego. So the first half looks like this. 2 points for Zeb Rashid. 2 points for Caston Rash. 1 point on 1 of 4 free throws for Caleb McGill. 2 points for Andrew Torres. 6 points for Arthur Pratt. 3 points for Isaac Melton. And 6 points for Colin Hornback on a strength of 2 threes. For the Farmers, 5 points for Gage Rankin and an assist on an alley-oop early in the game. 4 points for Zach Taylor, all in the last minute of the first half. 7 points for Caden Runyon. 12 points for Logan Morris. 3 3-pointers included in that. Keontre Barnes has 11 and 2 points 4-channeler Wisenend. I don't even know how to pronounce that, folks. I've said it like 75 different ways, and I think when we did Macomb game, I was the same way. So if somebody can phonetically spell that in the live chat so I don't butcher it anymore, I would greatly appreciate that. We're going to take a break. We'll let you hear a word from John Lawler, the president of the IHSA Football Association here in Illinois. We talked to him before the state championship game on November 18th. We'll let you hear what he has to say about how 8-man football is growing in the state after West Central picked up the state championship win earlier this year. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. And welcome to halftime here, state championship game. And full disclosure, this is before the game.
Yeah, yep.
Here with Coach Lawler. And I guess you're back to being a coach, aren't you?
Well, yeah, they talked me into helping again, so I'm not the head coach, but I'm back coaching again. So.
Well, you coach a whole lot of people because I've been going to some I8FA meetings, and you're the head man at those things. You're the coach of that deal.
Yeah, I guess.
Those meetings, you never stop being a head coach.
No, it's kind of in you once it's in you. So
President of the Illinois 8-Man Football Association, and you guys just continue to grow.
Yeah, we are. We're up to 30 teams, and there's a couple more coming next year. And we're hoping to get a couple of teams that couldn't field the team back for next year. So, we might have 30, 32, 34 guys playing next year. So
the football is just getting better and better every year, too, it seems like.
Well, last year's championship game was great, I thought. And I loved it especially because everybody thinks 8-man football is like arena ball.
Right.
And what did we see? A 12 to 7 game.
Something like that, 12-8.
Yeah, a great game. And I'm a defensive guy anyway, so I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
This 8-man thing is going to be here. And I think you guys have proven that with your association. The elephant in the room is IHSA going to take it over? That probably is down the road, but judging from the meetings that I've been to with you guys, not this year, obviously, and probably not going to be next year.
No, I don't. I honestly don't expect it for 2 or 3, maybe 4 years yet. Honestly, I thought we were closer. I think there's some things that they're looking at, wondering how it's going to affect how they do their championship weekend. Trying to include an 8-man game. That's one of the things. I think the big thing is the enrollment, as you've heard us talk about at the meetings that you've been to. I think that's the stickler. Where do they draw that line? Where do we draw that line? We've dropped it down to 325. We started out 400. I think we're close. Now we're seeing what I thought we would see. I'm not telling you that I know everything, but we're seeing roster sizes grow again. And that's good because kids are having success. They're not getting pounded week after week by bigger, stronger teams with 40, 50 guys in the roster. So now we're seeing roster size grow. We don't want to talk about restricting rosters. That as long as I'm president, that won't happen. I want more kids to play football. So that won't happen. And I don't think the IHSA wants that either. But somewhere we got to find where is it fair and where it isn't fair anymore. So.
I mean, you're a long ways from being big enough for 2 classes, but the enrollment deal is kind of where that is, right? I mean, that's the reason why you keep that enrollment, so everybody that's in your group is ideally competitive.
Yeah, we kind of grandfathered in a couple of bigger schools, but I'll be honest, Dwayne, I've had schools as large as 700 enrollment ask about 8-man football. Now, you and I both know that's not why we started this.
Right.
We started this to save schools of 110 kids like mine and West Prairie and things like that. We didn't start it. I understand where they're coming from. They have a hard time getting kids out, 25, 30 kids out. But that's just not what this is about. It's about saving small town, small school Friday night lights.
Do you feel like now that 8-man football in Illinois has solidified itself and people are recognizing it more now?
Oh, I sure do. Yeah, I think I've told you many times. I had some good friends say, "Are you crazy? What are you doing this for?" And I said, "Because we have to. Right. We have to." I mean, we had a pretty good tradition. We had an 11-year run straight in the playoffs, making it to quarterfinals, second round, and I saw it coming. It's like we're just running out of kids. It's not just us. It's other schools, and you've seen the schools that are in this now. They were 1A consistent playoff teams, and that's what we've got playing 8-man now.
Right.
And that's why the ball's getting better too. So, yeah, it's coming. And has it changed the 11-man 1A and 2A? Sure has, which we knew was going to happen. It's going to change it a little more, too. So I think that's where we got to figure out, okay, where does this really lie before the IHSA takes it over? And honestly, I hope people think we're doing a pretty good job running it. I think we are. Everybody seems pretty happy. So, we'll see. Tonight we're going to crown a champion. Both of these schools and their kids, if you went down those locker rooms right now and asked them if they knew a difference what they were playing for, they ain't going to care when they hoist that trophy up.
Now, a couple of coaches are going to be here tonight. We had one on a pregame show, Coach Elder from Ridgewood. Coach Unruh's on the sideline, and Jim Unruh was from Carthage, years, and I mean, multiple title champion.
Yep.
He loves 8-man.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is something that when you get to be a part of it, it feels like even the most successful and ingrained coaches like yourself realize it's really good football.
It's fun. I know when I first started, we started morphing to it a little bit with our JV squad because I knew it was going to happen, or I was going to have to make it happen, or we were going to have to do something different. It's fun because even for an old coach that's been around a long time, coached a lot of football, you're learning all over again. So this defensive thing, I still don't have it. Ted Alston's probably the guy that's got it figured out the best. Their defense.
He showed that last year.
Oh, man, their defense is stout year in, year out. But it's fun. It's been fun. It's kind of new. Coach, my advice for a coach that was a little scared of it is don't embrace it. Embrace it and try to figure it out. Pat, I'd see Pat and his dad John down here. They've been at every one. And I mean John's the granddaddy, and this was Pat's first year coaching. So I said he'd be a good interview to see how how he felt about it. And there again, very successful coach. So.
Well, thanks for talking to us here before the game, for halftime. I know you're busy, got a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
We appreciate it. Congrats on a great evening, night, even though it's a little chilly. Congrats on putting a great program together. It's going to be fun, and I appreciate being a part of it.
Well, I appreciate having you. I mean, you guys have been great for us, and we hope this continues. And I want to thank Monmouth College, too. They've been a great partner in this for as many years as we've been doing it. Great partner. I got to know the coaches and that when my son played ball down here back 2011, 2012, and it's been a good fit for us. So hopefully we can keep it going for a while.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We'll be back with some stats and second half action in just a few minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Second half action just about ready to get underway. 41-22. Farmers lead the Wethersfield Flying Geese here. Game number 2 of the day. 8 games on the agenda here from Abington Avon High School. Well, not really. I guess we got 6.5 left. You already missed one. You can go back and watch it on our YouTube channel, Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. The next game will be Knoxville and Cerro Gordo Bemintz. The 1:30 games, Rock Ridge versus Columbia. And then Class 1A number 1 team in the state, Southeastern, plays Fulton at 3 o'clock. We'll tell you about the rest a little bit later. As we get ready to go here, or actually we don't get ready to go. We are going here. Farmington gets the ball to open the second half. They lead by 19. I want to thank Jim Smith for the $20 Top Chat donation. We greatly appreciate that. Barnes' shot missed, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 13. Back the other way it goes. High off the glass. No good. Pratt gets the rebound, though, and he can't finish. He has it stolen away by Barnes. Reverse layup, no good. Pratt with the rebound for the Flying Geese. Down low, it goes to Horry. Now back out to Sauer. Sauer's going to put up the turnaround one-hander off, no good. Morse with the rebound. He takes it back the other way. Rankin to Runyon, but Rashid is there to knock it away out of bounds. Possession will stay with Farmington. Farmington leads by 21, 43-22. Inbound intended for Barnes, stripped away by Pratt. It'll go back the other way as Arthur Pratt playing some good defense here early in this quarter. Horry gives it out to Sauer. Landon Sauer. Now it's across to Hornback for three. He's got two of them, but he missed that one. Barnes with the rebound, back the other way for Farmington. Over to Rankin. Rankin threw an alley-oop to Barnes at the start of the game. It was a great one, about as good as I've seen in small school basketball, folks. It was a great alley-oop. One-handed slamma-jamma, as they would have said back in the day, for all you old folks that might be watching. So we approach the 6-minute mark. Runyon with it. Gives it to Gronwald, skips it across to Rankin. Rankin's got 1 3, doesn't take that one. Morse with it, who's got 3 threes in a row. He's going to put the layup up and in that time, though. He's got 14 points. Largest lead of the game at 23 now. Horry to Hornback. Sauer for three, left wing. Good ball movement, but can't get the shot to fall. Barnes with another rebound. Outlets to Rankin. Rankin bounces it to Runyon. Runyon gets the bucket from Rankin. Runyon's got 9. Barnes tried to get a steal. Pratt too strong, ripped it back away. Hornback with a shot. Pratt with the rebound, and he gets it put back up and in. He's got 8. Once again, live chat is open. We got a timeout on the floor. Gronwald has to leave. Taylor comes in. Gronwald got knocked down really hard on the last play. I'm not real sure what happened there, if it's a eye issue or what. As Morris tried to get the ball back from Rankin and then stepped out of bounds on the way by. But again, we do appreciate you watching. Hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Maddie Vodder hopped in there and said Lakin and Reese are cheering for Uncle Caden, number 14 for the Farmers. I'll thank Jim Smith for the $20 Top Chat donation as well. Not necessary, but we do greatly appreciate it. Sauer down to Pratt. Pratt hesitates, pump fakes in the air, and then it's blocked out of bounds by Barnes. Pratt went to save it. It was going to save it, but it hit the line on the way out of bounds. So we'll be Flying Geese basketball. Hornback with it to Rashid. Over to Sauer. Sauer's three short off the front of the rim. Well, what would be the front of the rim for where he was shooting from anyway. Taylor gets the rebound and goes back the other way. Taylor came to life at the end of the second quarter. He got 4 points in the last minute of that quarter. Couple nice little up and under move with the scoop shot. Rankin comes to get the pass that was tipped away. Barnes with it now. Down second half of the third quarter coming. Morse is going to drive. He hesitates. Shots blocked from behind by Rashid. Rashid gets the rebound and goes back the other way. I'm not real sure what happened there, but a little craziness ensued as Rashid and Dylan Horry both fall on the ground. Horry's kind of reverse layup went up off the cord that would normally pull the basket up, and so it was a dead ball, possession to the Farmers. Runyon looked at the long three, didn't take it. Barnes will take the short three from the left wing, and he nailed it. Keontre Barnes has 16 points. Horry walking it up the floor. Sauer's going to drive on Barnes now, and then they're going to call Barnes for the block, I do believe. It is on Barnes, his second, team's first of the second half. Checking in for the Farmers, going to be number 10, Tanner Kinney. Rankin sits down. And to Sauer from about 16 foot. His jumper's off short. Rebound was to Morse. Barnes brings it up now. 3 on the way, but Runyon is off no good. Horry with it. Now it's going to be turned over, then turned over again, and Torres is going to get the bucket. Morse. Torres is going to pick up the foul, his first, team's first of the second half. Morris shooting 2 free throws for the Farmers. He's got 14 on the game so far. He missed the first free throw. Checking in for the Farmers is going to be number 12, Russell Poor, in for the Flying Geese. Number 3, Enrique Escarino, and number 4, Caston Rash. Pratt on the rebound as Morris missed them both. Torres up to Rash. Throws it right at the feet of to Pratt, back to Rash. Now Torres with it. Also in the game, number 23, Riker Gillespie. And there's a shot by Pratt. He's got 10. Barnes with it. Puts up the shot. It's short. And Poor, who went to battle for it, loses it out of bounds, I think. What are we doing here? Oh, it is Farmington ball. Okay. Barnes fakes the giveaway and dunks it home. He's got 18. And the pass stripped away, taken away by Barnes, and stolen back away. Now it's going to be on the floor. Timeout charged to Farmington. It's a 30-second timeout charged to Farmington. That's their second. We'll take a quick break as well. 52-28, Farmers with the lead. 1:35 to go in quarter number 3.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Keontre Barnes had the dunk. He takes a seat during the 30-second timeout with his maybe left knee hurting him a little bit. His team's up by 24 with 1:35 to go here in the third quarter. Taylor gives it over to Kinney, and Kinney now Weisenhand with it. Poor for 3. It's off, no good. Taylor with the rebound. Finally comes down to Barton. Now to Poor. Poor tries to dump it down to low, but it's stripped away. Torres with it. Now it comes left side. Now back right side. Rash, as that was Scarino who passed it to Rash. But the shot there off, no good. Under a minute to go now. Taylor going to get called for the carry as he got away with it the first time, didn't get away with it the second. Possession back to the Flying Geese. Torres with it now. Torres for three. It's short. Rebound down low. That was Melton, but his shot was blocked by number 23, Crawford. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll stay with the Farmers. Jace Crawford in the game for the Farmers, number 23. Nice pass without the basketball again. That's Poor with the bucket on a pass from Crawford. Poor gets his first two. And a block by Wisenhand, saved in by Taylor. It's going to go to Melton. Down in the corner now to Rash for three. It's short. Tipped around. And I don't know if we were playing soccer or handball or what we were playing there for a second. End of three, 54-28. Farmers with the lead over Wethersfield. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Game number 2, final quarter, as we get ready to start here. Farmers lead by 26 over Wethersfield. Final 8 minutes on the clock. It will be Wethersfield basketball to open the fourth quarter. As Torres will have it now. Taylor guarding Rash. In the game for is Riker Gillespie, number 23 for the Flying Geese. Three by Rash is off the back of the rim, no good. Torres with the rebound. He's going to try and drive baseline. Kicks it out to Escarino. Shot on the way, no good. Tipped around, and finally lost out of bounds by Melton. And subs coming in, 4 of them for the Flying Geese, 1 for the Farmers. Make that 2 as Barnes checks back in. Morse checks back in. So on the floor for the Flying Geese is Pratt. Number 5 is Caleb McGill. Number 2, Zeb Rashid. Number 1, Dylan Horry. And number 11, Landon Sauer. For the Farmers, that's Barton with the basketball. Wizen's going to be down there and get the easy bucket on a nice pass from Barton. Wisenand got 4 points. Also out there is Morse, Barnes, and Crawford. Barnes misses. They got a big lineup on the floor right now for the Farmers as Barnes tried to go down court to Barton, and Barton made a professional decision not to try to get into the passing lane to catch that because he saw that it was probably going to end up with a collision with a Wethersfield player, so he let that go. Gillespie with it McGill, with it far side. Zeb Rashid, I believe, with the bucket. Was Rashid. Barton with it. He's going to drive baseline, backs it back out. Wisenand, Barnes. Barnes going to drive baseline, gives it to Wisenand. He puts a shot up, it's short. Sauer with the rebound. And Barton's going to pick up the foul. That'll be Barton's first. Team's second of the second half. Horry's going to inbound it for the Flying Geese. He gets it into Rashid. Sauer cuts, pump fakes, puts a shot up. It's off, no good. Wisenand with the rebound. and jump ball. No, they're going to call a foul. Sauer is going to be called for the foul. His first, team second of the second half. So 26-point lead for the Farmers. 6 minutes remaining. Morris with it. Barton over to Barnes. Outside the 10-foot line to Morris now. He goes to Crawford. Crawford, oh, nice backdoor cut by Barton. His shot's off, no good. Wiseman with the rebound and the putback. It's off, no good. Rashid with the rebound for Wethersfield. Horry now is going to drive it. Going to kick it out to Sauer. Sauer up top. Rashid for three. It's off, no good, and it's out of bounds. And there was a big collision there as McGill got thrown to the ground pretty good. He's going to come out of the game. Austin Jacobs checks in. Checking in for the Farmers, number 41, Owen Morse, sophomore. As Barnes and the elder Morse, Logan Morse, check out. Number 40's back in. I still don't know who that is. Shots up and in by Crawford. Crawford had his first two, and it's a 28-point game. Three on the way by Sauer is good. He's got 7. Nope, excuse me. He's got 3. Wrong number 11. And a foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on Rashid. It will be his third, team's third. Checking back in for the Geese, Angel Coral. Down low, Crawford with another look. He's fouled this time. Foul was on Sauer, his second, team's fourth. Jace Crawford shooting 2. Makes the first. He's got 3 points in the game so far. And that one's off, no good. Pull up 3 for Sauer is no good. Weisenans gets the rebound. Brought up by Owen Morse. 3 on the way. Off, no good. Tipped and can't be saved. Austin Jacobs, good effort. Stepped on the baseline trying to save it, though. Out of bounds. Possession stays with the Farmers. Kenny checking in for the Farmers, replacing Barton. 26-point game. Owen Morse rattles it up high off the glass and good. Three on the way by Hornback, off no good. Owen Morse with it. Wisenant. Owen Morse gets called for the travel. Torres back in. Horry takes a seat. Brought up by Caston Rash. Hornbach. Sauer with another bucket. Now a steal. Torres goes back the other way. He gets his layup up and in. And Torres with another steal. He goes down in the corner. 3 on the way. Off, no good. That was Rash with the 3. Rebound back to the Farmers, and a timeout's going to be called by Farmington. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to Abington Avon High School, game number 2 of the Great Western Shootout. Farmers lead Flying Geese 61-37. 2:57 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be down to 24 quarters left of basketball today in just a few minutes, if we can get through this one. Owen Morse with it on the dribble for the Farmers. Tries to go left side to Kinney. Now Wisenand. Owen Morse. Step back 3, right wing. Off, no good. Long. Rebound on the floor. Jump ball is going to be called, I would imagine, at some point. Does get called. And it's possession to Farmington. Escarino checking back in as Torres takes a seat. Up top it comes to Kinney. 3 on the way, off, no good. Rebound to Tanner Kinney. He gives it to Owen Morse. And kicked out of bounds by Riker Gillespie. It'll stay with the Farmers with 2:16 remaining. Jack Gronwald. Thank you, Natalie Miller. I appreciate that. Jack Gronwald with it. Maybe he can score now and we can actually get his name right if he scores. He's had a couple shots, a couple of attempts. Hasn't got anything to fall yet. Morse with it. Out to Wisenand. Gronwald drives and can't get the shot to fall. Goes off of Gronwald, out of bounds. Possession to Wethersfield with 1:53 remaining. Three on the way. Rash for 3. He's got 6. Nope, 5, excuse me. And a steal. Rash is going to come up with the layup. Make him 7. The steal over there was by Austin Jacobs. Wisenand. Crawford with a nice cut without the basketball, and he gets the bucket. He's got 5. As we approach the 1-minute mark remaining here in this basketball game, it's 63-42. Gronwald with it. Crawford down to Wisenand. His turnaround short. Rebound by Escarino, and he brings it up the floor. He loses it, gathers it back up, gives it out to Melton. His shot's long, and it'll be out of bounds. Possession to the Farmers. 40 seconds exactly remaining here in quarter number 4. As we get ready to go here, as we get the last 30 seconds or so getting ready to go down. 3 on the way. That was Mike Chalicombe. Now Escarino goes back the other way and gets the bucket. His first 2. 20 seconds remaining. Down to 19 points. This game's going to look a lot closer than it really was as now the Groenewald and the Farmers just back it out and run the last few seconds off the clock, and that's how this one's going to end. 63-44, the final. The Farmers get the win over the Flying Geese. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as we give you some results. We'll be right back.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
And welcome back here as we are ready to go with some final statistics, at least as they are off the hand of myself, Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us here for game number 2. We'll leave this stream in a few minutes and be back with stream number 3 as Keontae Barnes gets the MVP award in this one. Not a big surprise there. Keontae Barnes, the MVP, with a couple of dunks and a bunch of rebounds, some steals. We don't keep all those stats, but he had 18 for a game high in this one. So we'll tell you, for Wethersfield, Zeb Rashid had 4 points. Enrique Escarino had 2 points. Caston Rash had 7. Caleb McGill had 1. Andrew Torres had 6. Landon Sauer had 5. Arthur Pratt had 10. Isaac Melton had 3, and Colin Hornback had 6. They were 4 of 8 from the free throw line. For the Farmers, 5 points for Gage Rankin, 4 points for Zach Taylor, 2 points for Russell Poore, 9 points for Caden Runyon, 14 points for Logan Morse, 5 points for Jace Crawford, 18 in a game high for Sam Groenewald. And Chandler Weisenhand had 4 points. And Owen Morse had 2 points. They were 2 of 6 from the charity stripe is all. That's how this one comes to an end. The Farmington Farmers defeat the Wethersfield Flying Geese 63-44. We're going to end this stream. We'll be back with game number 3 in just a little bit on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.